What's up, you guys? Let's get straight into it. Jay Prince has went on the podcast $1 million Worth of Game with Gilly the Kid and Wallow, and he was there to pretty much speak on the situation that went down with Takeoff. He unfortunately lost his life out there in Houston, and he was surrounded by a lot of people who are affiliated with Jay Prince. So Jay Prince was pretty much on there saying how he had been hearing a lot of things that was being said about him and his family that he didn't appreciate. He said that he still has a lot of love for Quavo and nothing has changed in their relationship. However, when it comes to Offset, he felt like he's a dude who pretty much throws rocks and hides his hand, and that if he ever puts him in a position to have to defend himself, that it could get ugly. Okay? Don't take my word for it. You can check out the interview if you do not believe me. But a lot of people saw that as a threat. I know I did. And started to look at Gilly the Kid and Wallow pretty funny due to the fact that you guys are known for giving a lot of people who are in hip hop, especially the younger guys, game on how to really move without being involved with violence and really just keeping your life together, and staying positive and not condoning or promoting any type of things that could land you in jail or under the ground. So I have to agree with the fans out there and people who are just speaking on this situation that wasn't a good idea to even have him speak on that. Although you can't control what people say, there should have been like a cutout on that part maybe. But I just feel like either way, we probably would have heard about this. On Drink Champs, Kanye, really came on there saying some crazy things, some disgusting stuff about George Floyd's family, causing Nori to have to pretty much pull the interview and make a public apology towards the family and to pretty much everybody for allowing it. So we have not really heard Offset actually speak out about how he feels about Takeoff. I know he's made a couple Instagram posts, expressing his hurt and, the feelings that he's experiencing due to it, but he has not really made a whole statement about the situation. We've really only seen him out and about with Cardi B, working or spending time with his family, but he did take time to respond to the things that Jay Prince said. So Offset was pretty much saying that they should not be speaking on him and his relationship to Takeoff, considering the fact that that's like his real brother, their family. This is Jay Prince's fifth interview, even speaking out, talking about this and how he's really just trying to clear his face. He doesn't even know Jay Prince or the people that surround him like that, and how they pretty much, are out here acting like they're John Gotti or somebody, and really, just making statements that are not true, saying that he spoke out against him, and he said that he never even said anything about him. Basically saying that Jay Prince is trying to clear his name and he feels guilty about the situation, and that he's also being insensitive to Takeoff's family, and he didn't even think about how they may feel about everything that's been going on. And I have to agree with him. This is such it's a situation that's a lot of hurt behind it, from fans all the way to family and friends. And Jay Prince does seem to only really care about what people are saying about him, because he did receive a lot of backlash due to the fact that it happened in his city that he is supposed to be, the big boss around. So Offset was really upset, and he said that, if it was an issue, you should have called my phone instead of coming online to play internet games. And I think a lot of us have to agree with Offset when it comes to that. Jay Prince was not there the night that the situation happened with Takeoff. However, he had family members that were. I believe he said his nephew was there and actually tried to lift Takeoff's head, and it was a pretty graphic description of how he said that basically his hand slipped into like the gunshot wound that was in his head. Now, hearing that, honestly, that pissed me off because I'm like, some stuff we just don't need to hear. But he has been pretty vocal about this situation, and I honestly was thinking, when I heard him start speaking out about it, I was thinking the same thing. What about Takeoff's family and how this really is traumatizing to them? We don't even know who actually is responsible for taking his life. Now, of course, they arrested somebody, but the details behind that is really weird, and it just don't seem to add up. On top of that, he was released from prison, and I do hear that the people who helped him come up with that hefty bond were people who also have dealings with Jay Prince. So it just makes the situation weird. Jay Prince has a lot of connections with a lot of people within the hip hop community. He even spoke out on Megan Thee Stallion when it came to her situation that she currently is still battling with her label 1501 and Carl Crawford. He came to Carl's defense, saying that basically Megan is just like a lot of these artists who start off with these small labels, and then, after they've invested a lot of money into them and hard work, they want to run off and, take the proceeds. So he was very vocal about that. Even stated how he feels like she's breached her contract in several different ways. Megan definitely spoke back to that, saying how she felt like, there's a bunch of grown men basically trying to bully her and push her around when it comes to her business. And she spoke on how she did not really know what exactly it was that she was signing at the time that she signed that deal. A lot of people know that Jay Prince is also really good friends with P from Quality Control Music. And so it is pretty interesting as far as what these two may have had to say to each other behind the scenes. I do not feel like P would necessarily defend Offset, considering the fact that Offset is currently in a whole lawsuit against Quality Control for his solo artist rights. However, I do feel like this is a crazy situation, and I just don't want to see it get really ugly. And again, we have to think about Takeoff and his family, just like Offset said. And I just don't see this getting any better anytime soon. So you guys will have to let me know what your thoughts are on that interview. What are your thoughts on Jay Prince? I feel like personally, and this is not just connected to this interview that he just did, but honestly, there's a dark energy that I get from this man for some reason, and I do not like it. But you guys let me know what you think down in the comments below. Be sure to like the video. And if you haven't subscribed already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.